The Browns win the Super Bowl, man. The world is ending. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this.
If they win some shit, I'm cutting my hair off.
Let me ask y'all this.
Go
If
ahead.
he can take this Browns team and win this Super Bowl, is Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely, yeah.
They have
He's
to
in
put
there.
him in.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
two rings.
They have to.
Yeah, you got
My
it.
humble
Not in my
opinion,
book,
they
he's not.
Yeah.
You still don't think he's?
Who
Oh,
Super
wait.
Bowls?
You still don't think if he wins it with this Browns team, you still don't think he's a Hall of Famer?
Nope.
What?
Why?
I don't even have to
Super
think
Bowl.
about it twice. This is why, bro. This is the same reason why I don't think Eli's a Hall of Famer. For me, if you're gonna be a Hall of Famer, you have to have at least dominated your position for at least a couple seasons, bro. Joe Flacco, in my opinion, I don't think has ever been a top
Wait,
5 quarterback.
wait,
in regular
wait,
season.
hold on.
Wait a
Wait, hold
minute,
on. Big
wait a
bit.
minute.
Okay, hold on. You mean dominating? You mean by what?
But when I say
Because
dominate,
Big Ben was my quarterback, and I don't
let
think
me
Big Ben was ever the number
let me answer
one.
that question. When I say dominant, the standard is not even
That's
that.
true,
Just
Jay.
be top 5 in your position for a season. I don't know.
Okay. You mean okay?
Flacco
To
has
be honest-
never been even a top 5 quarterback ever in his best season.
I'll
And he's
take
gonna
the
be a
difference.
Hall of Famer, bro. So you guys are looking at rings and Super Bowls. All this. That's why to me he's not a Hall of Famer. And I keep it consistent. It's the same reason I don't think Eli's a Hall of Famer. He never dominated that position like that.
To be honest with you, that's not the Hall of Fame main requirement. The main requirement of the Hall of Fame, especially as a quarterback, is can they write the history of the league without you? They cannot write the history of the league without Eli Manning. Why?
They can. Can I tell you how
Wait a
they
minute.
do that?
No. I'll
I
let
tell
you
you how
speak.
they
They
do that?
beat Tom
It's my
Brady
turn.
twice.
Let
They
me
can't
talk.
do that.
After you talk, let me tell you how
It's
they
my
do
turn.
that.
Now let you speak.
They
It's
beat
my
Tom
turn.
Brady twice.
So
For the
you
10 though,
cannot
what-
write the history of the league without Eli Manning because he interrupted the dynasty of the New England Patriots. New England Patriots will have 8 Super Bowls without Eli Manning. We cannot deny that. So without Eli Manning,
I can.
the history of the NFL is forever changed. Without some of these backup quarterbacks, the history of the NFL would be forever changed. So if you take away Joe Flacco from that team, from both these Baltimore Ravens team and that Cleveland Browns team, and he ends up winning the Super Bowl for both of them, you cannot write the history of the league without Joe Flacco at a certain point. He definitely deserves Hall of Fame consideration. You have the floor.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you said that you
Okay.
can't write the history of the NFL without Eli Manning and the fact that he disrupted Tom Brady from
Yeah,
winning
he
Super
interrupted
Bowls
the
or whatever it
dynasty.
was.
Anytime you
Yeah,
interrupt the dynasty,
you can easily
you can't
do
write
that.
the league.
This is how I'm gonna do it. OCU Menard, Michael Strahan, Jason Pierre-Paul, Justin Tuck, one of the greatest generational 4 down linemen that I've ever seen in my
Who was the
entire life.
quarterback
That
of that
defensive
team?
line was crazy. That's how
Who
you
was the
tell the
quarterback of
story.
that team?
That's how you tell the story without Eli Manning.
Who's the quarterback of that team? You can't say the story of that team without the quarterback.
Hey, listen, bro. Here's the problem, bro. The game that you're playing is a dangerous game because Rex Grossman took the freaking Chicago Bears to the Super Bowl, bro. What are we doing?
No.
But
He
you
did
can
not win
write
that
history.
Super Bowl.
You can
What are
write
we
you
doing,
can
He
write
did not
history
win that
without
Super Bowl.
Ringo.
Do you want to
And
play
you
that game?
not an X factor, OJ. You know
Yeah,
football
you can
better
write
than
that
that.
without
I know
him.
you know football better than that, brother. I've
Yeah,
watched your stuff.
and I
You
know
know
you know
football
that,
way
and I
better
know
than
you know
that.
that Giants defensive line was out of this world, bro. One of the greatest of all
And you
time.
also know that Rex Grossman team was headed off by Devin Hester, Thomas Jones, and those receivers and that defense. You know
Yeah,
Rex Grossman was not a factor in
I'm
that
using
ball
your
game.
logic against you in the same way that Brad Johnson, my Brad Johnson, made it and won a Super Bowl behind that defense. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl behind that Ravens defense, bro. So we could play this game all day long, but at the end of the day, man, like Eli Manning never dominated that position, and Joe Flacco never dominated that position.
Without Eli Manning, they do not come back and win that game on either side because it took a last-minute touchdown in order to do that.
I don't disagree with that. Yes, Eli Manning. Matter of fact, even like that entire playoff run, Eli Manning was pretty good. But to me, it's not just that though. Like Eli Manning never separated himself as truly elite in the regular season, bro. There was
There's
not
a lot
one
of
year
quarterbacks
where
in the Hall
Eli
of Fame
Manning
that
was
truly
an
never
elite, bro.
separated themselves as elite in the regular season. There's
What
a
was
lot
that?
of them. There's plenty of quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame right now. There's one in particular. Hell, he never did anything in the NFL. He threw for more interceptions than touchdowns.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the
difference. You can't write the history of the NFL without
But
Joe
check
Manning.
this out, though. Here's the difference. Those quarterbacks, they got in then. It should be much harder to get in now. because you're talking about Joe Namath and so, like Bradshaw, Terry Bradshaw. He
Okay,
really
OJ.
wasn't all that. There's a lot of those guys, but that was
I agree.
then.
Terry Bradshaw wasn't all that, but you couldn't write, but you can't write. But they tried to get rid of Terry Bradshaw when they put in Jefferson Street Joe Gillum. They tried to put in Steve Grogan when they did that, and they still couldn't win. So again, you can't write the history of the league without Terry Bradshaw because he led them teams to 4 Super Bowls.
So then we're at an impasse. We're at an impasse then. So what? So it comes down to
Terry
what
Bradshaw
you
won an MVP, by the way. He won 2 during that era. So I mean, hey, 4 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs. Ain't that the same thing we clamoring for Lamar Jackson right now?
But here's the difference, though. I'm actually making a case for why I'm not that crazy mad at Terry Bradshaw because of when he got in. Every year it should get harder, is what I'm trying to say. That's my whole point, bro. If you let Joe Flacco in, bro, you're setting a dangerous precedent, bro, for someone that never dominated his position, bro. So now what we're basically saying is that, bro, you just got to win a couple Super Bowls. That's it. That's what we're saying.
If you really want to be honest,
I feel like that's what it's always been.
If you really want to be honest, there's a quarterback in there just because he won Super Bowls. His name is Troy Aikman.
I was about to say that.
And guess what? You're not gonna get any argument out of me.
I mean, because with Troy, if you really want to be honest with you, statistically, was Troy Aikman better than Steve Young? No.
Hey, bro, you're not gonna get any argument out of me, bro. I'm the last person that's gonna defend Troy Aikman, bro. So
we all can agree that there should be 2 different rooms, like the very elite and like the good. There should be 2 different rooms.
Hey, to be honest with y'all, champ said Charlie Batch was better than Troy Aikman. But
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
My thing is this, bro.
I hate using this statement, but Charlie Batch couldn't pass gas if you fed him beans all night. So
who you throwing the ball to, though? Who you throwing the ball to?
I'm talking about in Pittsburgh?
No, in Detroit.
Oh, okay. Well, I give you that.
PSP said Eli Manning joins Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Brett Starr, and Joe Montana to have multiple Super Bowls and MVPs. Excuse me. Hey, man,
that's history, man. That's history in there.
That's history in the NFL. You win multiple Super Bowls.
Hey, guess what?
The only person that has multiple Super Bowls that's not in the Hall of Fame is Jim Plunkett.
Whoever wrote that comment, Ben, that's a great comment. Want to know who else they forgot? They forgot one important person on that list that won multiple Super Bowls, Jimmy Garoppolo, as a backup. So it's again, bro, whatever logic use, bro, I could just twist that logic, bro, and just make it look silly. Like
he didn't even touch in the Super Bowl, though, OJ.
I know he didn't. That's exactly my point. I'm being extreme and I'm being facetious. Because if it's simply, multiple Super Bowls without any context,
there's a difference between being the reason that your team won the Super Bowl and winning 2 Super Bowls. Because if you really want to bring that up, then we can say Steve Young got 3 Super Bowls. He wasn't on the field for 89 and 88. Joe Montana was.
Yeah.
His Super Bowl was 94.
And guess what? What you just did, you want to know what that's called? That's called context. As opposed to what the dude just commented. 2 Super Bowls, that's it. Without no context, bro. That's my whole point. My whole point is you need context behind those 2 Super Bowls. You're arguing my point.
Is it not? Is him coming in? I have to ask you this. I'm not trying to be argumentative forever. But is him coming in and that offense for the Cleveland Browns being the best it has ever been all year? Is that enough context for anybody? Because they weren't doing nothing with Deshaun Watson at the helm.
This is my whole thing, bro. The only way I would have Flacco going in this the Hall of Fame with a Super Bowl is if it was right there. He was already on the cups. He was already like, bro, man, is he a maybe? If that's the case and he wins the Super Bowl, then in my mind I could justify that by saying, you know what, that Super Bowl put him over the top. Now, having said that, let me ask you a question, and everybody else on the panel right now. Okay, obviously Joe Flacco only has 1 Super Bowl. Is he a clear-cut Hall of Fame nominee? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not even close. So that's my whole point. So now all of a sudden a Super Bowl is gonna propel him? Nah, bro. Again, I'm fair, bro. If it was close or it's kind of consideration, it's like, man, if he just had 1 more Super Bowl, there's a lot of cats, bro. It's like, man, if you just had 1 more Super Bowl to really cement your legacy. That's not the case for Flacco. So I cannot just have him leapfrog all the lack of quality of the quarterback that he has as an elite QB. And all of a sudden 1 Super Bowl makes up for it. Nah, bro.
That's fair.
Yeah, okay, man.
Nice debate, guys. Nice debate.
That was a good debate.
Hey, man. I like debating OJ, man. You're logical. So
I appreciate you, man. Likewise.